Afternoon, everyone. A warm
Okay, miss.
greeting to one and all present here. Myself, Selvamina, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Dr. MTR Educational and Research Institute, and one of the coordinator of this FDP program. It's give me immense pleasure to welcome you all today for 5 days online faculty development program on next generative AI, exploring the power of generative model and transformer, organized jointly by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Department of Cybersecurity of Dr. MTR Educational and Research Institute. So today we are privileged to have with us Dr. Javid Iqbal, Senior Lecturer and Program Leader, Department of Data Science and AI, Sunway University, Malaysia. To introduce Sir now, I invite Mr. D. Syed Ali Sir, Deputy HOD, Department of Cybersecurity, to give me the brief introduction about the today's speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone present here. It is a privilege to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Javid Iqbal, a highly respected academic and a researcher in the field of immersive technology and artificial intelligence. Dr. Javid currently working as a senior lecturer and a program leader of the Bachelor of Science honors in the Information Technology at the Department of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, the School of Computing and Artificial Intelligence, Sunway University at Malaysia. He has nearly a decade of experience in academia and research with his core expertise spanning augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed realities, and natural user interface and gamification. He is known for his innovative approach for integrating AI with the human-machine interaction systems. Dr. Javid holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Information and Communication Technology from University Kernak National Malaysia, earned in 2020. He completed both his master and bachelor degree in Computer Science Engineering from Dr. MGR University, Chennai, India. His research journey includes implementing the natural user interface for virtual object manipulation using hands and voice commands, which helped to impact outcomes such as the multiple scopus and Web of Science indexed publications and conference papers and book chapters. His works contribute towards the technological advancement aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly good health and well-being and industry innovation and infrastructure. He has previously working as an assistant professor and the head of the department of at UCSI University when he played key role in academic development and the technological research initiatives. So today's section, the Javid will speak on cutting edge and highly relevant topics, the unlock for the full cognitive creations, implementation of generative AI for rapid prototyping, and content of scalability in virtual reality. So he will explore how generative idea transferring VR development and enabling the faster prototyping and the scalable content generation and intelligent virtual environments. So this topic, the interaction of creativity, artificial intelligence, and immersive technologies, so has a tremendous potential in sectors like education, design, healthcare, gaming, and simulation. So with his research background and hands-on experience, we are sure his insight will be highly valuable to all of us. So welcome you, Javid, and then Javid will take over the section. Welcome you, Javid.
Thank you, Dr. Syed Ali. Thank you so much. Okay, before I begin, I would like to thank Dr. Geeta first. Thank you so much, Dr. Geeta, for giving me this opportunity, and Dr. Dinesh Kumar sir, Dr. Rekha ma'am, Mrs. Meghna ma'am, Sujita ma'am, and Selvamina ma'am, and also I saw Victor Sudha ma'am in some position also. Also, Dr. Victor Sudha ma'am for this opportunity. Thank you so much, and it is really a great feeling for me to be here as a presenter as an alma mater for my university as well. So thank you so much for this opportunity. All right, so let's get into our discussion today. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay. Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Yeah, okay. So before I begin, I would request the participants to scan this QR code. Actually, there will be some questions coming up during my presentation. So if you have scanned this, it will be easy for me to shoot the questions on you. All right. So don't worry, it's not going to be a difficult question. It'll be easy for you to answer. Okay. So once you scan it, I'll just give you maybe around 1 minute time. Okay, when I also give you the questions, even that time, I will also give you the QR code for others to scan in. All right, so this is to make it interactive so that you won't feel tired in the afternoon. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. So as Dr. Said Ali said, I'm Javid Iqbal. I'm the senior lecturer working at Department of Data Science and AI. Currently, I'm working under the Faculty of Engineering and Technology from Sunway University, Malaysia. Okay, so today's discussion is about our cognitive creation, mainly implementing our generative AI. And the reason why we are moving towards generative AI is mainly because it's faster, it's easier, and it gives us a rapid output. So people nowadays, and especially the younger generation nowadays, need the results then and there, right? They want everything to be taken place immediately. So if you need it, you ask it, and if the model is right, and if you are giving it a proper input, like a proper prompt, you will definitely get what you want. All right. So that's basically my research is focusing on the virtual reality and augmented reality side. So how does the generative AI supports in rapid development of virtual and augmented reality is what we are going to discuss in this session. Okay. So this is the agenda of today's discussion. So first, we will look into what is AI first. I'm sure that you must be knowing about it. And AI, is it useful or is it not useful to us? What are the problems with AI? I'm sure that everybody is listening to the advantages of AI, the benefits of AI, and all these stuffs each and every day. But nobody is talking about what are the problems that AI creates when you are using it, and will AI is going to replace you? Is AI is going to replace you or not? How are we going to tackle this situation? And then we go into our generative AI and AI, which is creation and classification. Then we will look into my topic, where how this generative AI helps me in designing and developing the most difficult part of the research and the properties that's needed to be done. Then the seventh is the VR content gap. What is the gap that is being filled with the generative AI nowadays, and how does it support the people nowadays? Now, then we will look into the cognitive creation. That's where our topic starts, and then we will look into different tools and techniques with generative AI that is currently available right now. And I'll also show you some of the free tools which is available to use and explore how these models work and what will be the outcome if you use those kind of tools now. And then we will look into the Gen AI toolkit for 3D, and we will look into one simple case study where they were designing a whole environment of the maybe a few generation old temple. How did they manage to generate it with the help of AI? And dynamic world, dynamic worlds and personalization. How are we going to adapt with the help of the dynamic world to the dynamic world with the personalized objects. And this is the latest one. In AR and VR, we are just outdated. The latest topic with AR and VR is XR, which is extended reality. We will look into it as well. And finally, the ethical considerations while using AI into this immersive worlds. So these are the discussions of today's topic. So, will AI replace human? You guys can give me an answer for this. Wait down. Okay, those who haven't scanned it, mm, you can actually go inside this app, which is www.classpoint.app, and use this code now 66728. Also, 5 of them said no. Is it okay? Fine. So that's why this just covered as no. So 6 said no. 1 said it supports the work. Okay, that maybe never. Yeah, it's just like a servant. All right, can be. Yeah, it's just like, man, no, no. Somebody said a big no for it. It won't replace us, but assist us. Okay, it lacks emotion and intelligence. Emotional intelligence, okay, all right. Cannot learn what we haven't. AI cannot learn what we haven't learned. That's like assistant. It won't replace, but assist. Make us lazy, but not replace. AI cannot. Human resources can help AI make us lazy, but not replace. Okay, good. All right. So, shall I close the submission for now? Then we will have a discussion for it. All right. It's a machine. Okay, lacks emotional intelligence. Okay, most of you all say that it cannot be replaced, right? It cannot replace humans, right? Will artificial intelligence replace human? Definitely, it cannot replace. Then, why do IT industries replace humans with AI? Why is that happening? I saw something like AI is just like a servant, right? Yeah, it is like a servant, but what happens is that it has more energy, more strength, and more power than us, right? So even though we get tired, but your machines won't get tired. We take rest, your machines won't take rest. So these things are there, but definitely, as the green signal says here, no, it's definitely a no for sure. Definitely, your AI cannot replace humans, even though there are researchers which is still going on to study what is missing in AI and to develop that AI in a better way so that it will try to be much better. That's all. It cannot replace human until today. Until today, this is the status, but I'm not sure about what will happen the next 5 years. Depends on how the research takes it forward. It depends on how it goes. All right. So, yeah. Will AI replace humans? Your answers was no. That's good. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, this is quite a big question. So just read it. I'll also read it along with you. Regarding the future of work, what is the most widely accepted view among AI experts concerning the role of AI and human workers? What is your concern? Just choose the answers. Let's see. How is the future gonna be? Actually, you can see the question in your screen if you have scanned it. No? Okay, once again, those who haven't scanned it, kindly go to this website, uh, classpoint.app, and just enter this code now 66728. Then you will get this question. Everyone is moving towards D. AI will primarily function as a powerful tool of capabilities, requiring workers to shift focus. Okay, all right. Yeah, you guys, as we discussed in the first slide, this is also the same, right? Something same, right? So definitely it is not going to be fully autonomous. AI will replace 90% of the human workers. Definitely it's not possible. And whatever you have said is correct. That AI is a primary function of a powerful tool, which augmenting human capabilities and requires workers to shift their. Um, we can actually give it more complex problems, and also see to it we get the results much more faster and in an easier way. So that's the main reason why we are moving towards AI right now. I know that most of the students nowadays are just using this tool. Maybe I would say that it is just a 5% of usage what they are doing it right now. So the 5% of usage is mainly to do their assignment, to submit their project on time, and all these things, right? So this is just a 5% of what an AI can do. Actually, the rest of the 95%, nobody is using it yet. Only the few, those who are well versed in AI, those who know which tool is used for what, they are the ones, those who are getting the maximum benefit out of the models that they are using. Okay. All right. So can you be fully dependent on AI? That's the last question for before I start all these things now. Can we be fully dependent on AI? Maybe. Let's stop exactly at 2 minutes. The timer, when the timer goes 2 minutes now. Just a tool enhancements. All right. E and 8 for us. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, as most of you have said, yes, we cannot be fully dependent on AI, but the reason is quite, sometimes the reason is funny, sometimes the reason is very much scary as well. Okay. So, that's what we are going to see. Human judgment, ethics requirement. Yeah, definitely that doesn't even think about it. Your AI doesn't even think about it, and it just works with whatever the predefined data are set, and it just gives you the output based on that. All right, so in the future you might use it. Okay, all right, fine. So let's see the problems faced by because of AI. Some of the industries that have recently faced problems because of AI. So what are the problems that is currently faced by one of the company have used AI coding tool. Okay, the coding tool name is Replit. They have used this tool to enhance their system, like updating their software, updating their database. All these things were done with the help of AI. Replit is a quite a very good AI tool which gives you the coding work, which does the coding work much faster and much easier for you. And what happened was, when this work was done, it has deleted most of the data. Okay, it has deleted the production database itself, and because of the database lost, when the user was asking it, did you delete it, what happened, on all those things, it was trying to cover up things, and it was creating fake data as well. So as you can see, it generated data including 4,000 fake users, and it also started to fabricate the report. Okay, and started lying about the results of the unit tests as well. So if you are fully dependent on any AI tool, this was one of the AI tool which was reported recently, and it was quite a big issue because the company was a startup. Even though it was a startup, it faced a lot of backlash because of this issues, because of this AI. And also this NYC AI chatbot encourages business owners to break the law, because the work with AI is that AI will not will try to find out any ways or any methods in which it can try to escape any major issues. So it was trying to break the law as well. So because there was no strict and foremost rule given, so this must be followed and this should not be done. When you are giving the same task to a human, the human will understand, okay, this is by law, this is right, by law, this is wrong. So he has the level of acceptance. But as an AI machine, it will never do that. Okay. So next, also there are other companies which face the issues. Air Canada, it has pays the damages for chatbot lies. The chatbot started lying to the customers, and because of which they have to pay for it. Okay, ChatGPT hallucinates a court case. A court case was given to the ChatGPT, and it was giving a hallucination for it, and it was giving its own ideology behind it, and this was also a problem. So even your legal cases cannot be taken through your AI chatbots, AI, okay. And can you see this person towards my right side? This photo uh, is blurred because of, I wanted it to blur because this person lost his life due to AI. This is one of a 16-year-old student who lost his life because of AI. he was going through some mental trauma in his school. He was talking to AI much more easily, much more freely. So he started telling everything to AI. So AI was listening to it and it was giving him false information. And finally, he ended his life because of AI. Okay. So it's not only about your losing your data, it's not about losing your money and stuffs. Even it can lead to taking out your life as well. So it is very much serious, and you should be very careful when you are using your AI. This is, I'm sure that you must have seen this meme during your in your WhatsApp or something. So someone took a picture of the mushroom and added it in any of the AI tool and asked us, "Is this mushroom edible?" And the AI said yes. So he consumed it. After consuming it, it is poisonous mushroom. Then the AI said, "You are right. It is poisonous. Is this a poisonous mushroom? Would you like to learn more about it?" Okay, so it's the machine. It doesn't understand what it is. Okay, so the life, the threatening goes to us, and it is us who will feel the pain. Okay, so be careful when you're using the AI. And towards the right is one more thing, which is about coding with ChatGPT. So before ChatGPT, the developers took 2 hours to code, and to debug, it was quite difficult as well. Around 6 to 8 hours was taken. But after ChatGPT, you just write the prompt and the ChatGPT will generate the code for you, right? So the code will be ready in 5 minutes. But when you try to deploy it, they need to debug it for more than 24 hours. Okay, so again, it's better to go with human than to go with your AI tools now. So these are the problems, some of the problems that I can discuss. There are multiple problems in this world that is taking place each and every day because of AI. So be careful when you're using any AI tool. Okay. So as you said, yes, will AI will replace you? Definitely not. The AI cannot replace us. AI will not replace humans entirely, but will instead reshape every job and boost human productivity. It was not said by me. It was said by Jensen Huang. He is the CEO of NVIDIA. He's the founder and the CEO of NVIDIA. Actually, the one of the participants have said that this is our helping tool, right? Actually, that's correct. Every day we cannot be 100 percentage. We cannot deliver 100 percentage of our strength, 100 percentage of our knowledge to whoever they want. Okay, so one day we might be in a good mood, we will deliver it 100 percentage that we can. The next day we might be just 50 percentage, maybe we are not feeling well or something like that. In that time you can make use of this AI and ask their help, and they will help you with whatever you want. With that help, you just need to see, look, verify, modify, update, and then give your outcome. No? So that's what Jensen Huang has also said. So will not replace us, and it definitely needs our support to make sure that the data is valid and the output is correct or not. Okay, so now starts our topic, which is your Gen AI and classification is the normal AI, no? That is your traditional AI. So creation is when we talk about generative AI, it is mainly about creation. It creates new data, it creates new information, it creates things which is not available. Okay, that's what it does. That's a generative AI. Whereas traditional AI, it doesn't do anything. It just is used for classification. It says that whether this is a dog, this is a cat, or is this a proper what is your prediction about it? If my sales are going in this way, what will be the prediction? If my students are scoring this many grades during this class, what will be their final grades? You can predict, you can use it for prediction and all these things. That is your traditional AI. Gen AI is the one that we are currently moving on with right now. So the main goal is to create, that is, it generates new data and it creates new content. The output type, it can be text, image, music, code, synthetic data as well. But your traditional AI, it is just a prediction model, a label or a score, what you can get from them. So training your data for your Gen AI, you need a very large set of data set. It is it can be unlabeled data set as well to understand the full complexity of the real world. And for the traditional one, it should definitely be a labeled data set, and so that you can easily find its value. You can predict what is going to happen in the future. The complexity for the Gen AI is quite complex because it needs to create the data by itself. It needs to generate its data, and so it uses GAN and transform the computational expenses to train. It uses the computational expenses now. So your traditional AI is very simple and it's much more faster and it's much more easier. The examples given here are your for Gen AI, ChatGPT, Midjourney, DALI, your GPT-4, generative, that is your GAN. And for traditional AI is your spam filters, facial recognition, credit score, and email recognitions, categorizations. All right. So how does this Gen AI help augmented reality developers, or in other words, the immersive world developers? And how does it support us in completing our task faster or in giving us the output, whatever we require? Okay. So before we get into it, we need to understand the difference between VR and AR. So VR is, as you can see, okay, VR is, as you can see here, it's fully virtual. You'll be wearing head-mounted glasses where you won't see anything in the real world scenario. Everything will be fully virtual, fully designed, fully developed by a designer. All the models, whatever you see inside, will be a 3D model, something like this. This is the visual screen coming up with it. So everything will be in 3D, and that's what we will be visualizing. So that is fully virtual world. That's your VR. AR is the integration of virtual objects into the real world scenario. The one which we use it in your mobile phone right now, even though the game was also quite the famous game, were also there, right? So everyone were using this augmented reality where we will just use our mobile phone when we turn on our camera and place it towards focus it on any walls or anywhere. If there is a marker available, it will pop up something like this. So here it is a Google Maps pop-up, so that's why it is popping up the notification of the locations here. So this is also a augmented reality app for IKEA store. So IKEA stores have this option of, you can actually imagine having the what do you say, having those products without even buying it. You can just place it in your home and see how it looks like, what will be the size of the product, will it suit us, will it be suitable, will this color suit the home or not. All these things you can visualize before you buy the product. So that's the advantage of augmented reality. And for both these productions like AR and VR production, we are fully dependent on certain things, which is 3D modeling, 3D designing, and animations. So 3D modeling, 3D designing, and animations are the one of the tedious job which needs to be done before we try to integrate it inside these devices. So traditional 3D designs and animation. Um, so the best 3D design for animation for free version, you can use your Tinkercad. Tinkercad has option for 3D animation, 3D objects. Now you can do smaller objects with the 3D CAD, 3D model there. And here is a making video of a lobster. Okay, let me show you how they do a lobster, how they design a lobster in 3D. Okay, here is a sample design of a lobster. Okay, so this one is a picture image. Okay, this is a lobster, right? So, okay, for this lobster to do, he has taken nearly 20 minutes. Okay, just a normal lobster. And moreover, since he is doing it, he must be a professional in working with it, right? So, being a professional, if he is working with the Tinkercad, he is able to deliver his output. That is, one lobster was ready in 20 minutes time. This is only one object in our virtual world, right? So the final outcome will be something like this. Never mind, he doesn't show the final outcome. Okay, so making a simple lobster, it must be also make sure that it is in a 3D design and it is properly placed and all these things are well aligned as a lobster, right? So it took nearly 30 minutes for him to design a simple traditional lobster. And going on with the traditional design, if you are familiar with AutoCAD, in AutoCAD, yeah, you can do clearer designs, much better things as well. But in order to for you to design a whole car, how many hours do you need? How many hours do you need for it? Okay, for a professional designer, it takes nearly 22 minutes for him to design the whole 3D car. All right. So he will also make sure that the size of the tires, rims, everything is properly maintained and all these things are properly there. Okay, so these took 20 minutes there, 25 minutes here. So for this is just for one model. What about if my environment is made up of nearly hundreds of models? How many days will it take? And this is only for designing the sideways, the what is it, the extra fittings of my environment that I'm gonna use for the virtual world. So if I am dependent on this, I will definitely take more than 3 months to 4 months to deliver one product outside. Right. The same thing, in order to do all these things, I have a much better one. Okay, that is using your generative AI. So the problems with this one when we are using this type of model is that our traditional model is the VR content creation. We will not get much time to deliver it. When we get something like a model needs to be designed, a whole system must be designed within 2 months' time. So I will not be able to reach the expectation. So in that case, I cannot be successful in delivering what the industry needs. Okay, so the VR industry is experiencing a significant slowdown in content production, mainly in producing the 3D models and all these things, due to the complexity involved in creating high quality immersive experience. So it basically involves high cost and long leading time, which is developing 3D assets is resource intensive. It often requires substantial financial investment and extended timelines. All right. And we also need the immersive experience request, right? With the detailed content inside it. To create truly engaging VR experiences, developers need a wealth of interact content which is challenging to produce at the scale. So meaning that if you take a simple game, a game cannot be like in a small place and there you need to play for about next 30 hours or 40 hours of game. Then if you are doing that, you will be bored playing the game, right? So if it is a huge game for 30 to 40 hours, then you need a vast environment, you need a vast place. If you're having a vast place, then you need more assets to be added into it, and you need to have more contents added to it as well, right? So these are when you create those things, then it just adds up time, more and more time adding onto it as well. So challenges of manual production is the traditional method of the content creation are labor intensive and prone to delays, making it difficult keeping pace with the growing demand of the VR applications. Nowadays, each and every week there is a VR application which is popping up. So it is becoming much more demanding for the VR developers to come up with their products. To make things simple, we are going into your cognition world, right? So what is cognitive creation? Cognitive creation is referred to the integration of AI technology in the creativity process, which enables more efficient and innovative content generation. So the most important thing that we want is the most efficient and innovative content, right? So we can get this using our cognitive creations. This is just a technology which enables through your AI. So AI as a co-creator in your VR content, it can be leveraging AI. Creators can enhance their workflows, allowing for the collaborators approach from combined human creativity to machines efficiency. So it can use your creativity and it also combines it with its efficiency and it delivers you the much more beneficial and a much more attractive environment that you have never thought about. Okay. And the next thing is about translating human interest into VR assets, where you will be drawing your. Traditionally, we used to draw the diagrams in our paper. Nowadays, we have moved it to a software, right? Nowadays, you can draw it on your iPad or any other systems that you have. So, if you draw it from that sketch, how can you turn it to a 3D model? You're in return, you're drawing a 2D model, right? From that 2D model, how can you convert it to a 3D model? The 3D model can be done with the help of your AI. So that's what is your translating human interest into your VR assets. Basically, anything in the VR asset is should be in a three-dimension model or a 360-degree viewable aspect. No? So AI as a digital sketchpad. So just as sketchpad allows artists to visualize their idea, AI serves as a digital canva where creators can experience and they also can do their best with the help of this AI. No? Okay, so here are the some of the tools that can be used by you. Most of the tools that I'm going to discuss here are free tools. This can be I'll show you some samples as well so that you can use it to design 3D models and some of the other models as well. Okay, let's get into one by one. So first one is 3D AI Studio, which is 3D Studio. Okay, this 3DI Studio is actually what to say? It's a text to image conversion model as well. So this uses most of the fast evolving um, conversion models, AI models into it. Some of the models are Prism 3.0. There is also Humayun 2.1, which is currently released. We'll be discussing it in the upcoming slides. Okay, what happens here is you can just choose this text to 3D and you can just go here and I have already entered the text here. This is to design a 3D model for a car. So actually I have a prompt for it. I have already taken the prompt from the website. This one is the prompt for 3D lobster. These are the prompt for 3D cars. So this is what I have given. The first prompt is what I have used here. So from the prompt, it will design me a car. Let me try to see. So since already I have typed whatever is needed. This is text to your 3D image generation. So when we were looking into the video, it took nearly 20 minutes for us to create one car, right? One car or one of the lobster to design and to show us. So that was 20 minutes. And here we just need a prompt. Since the prompt was already entered, I'm just giving it to generate it. So it started generating it right now. And it will take less than 2 minutes to complete the whole 3D modeling. And it will deliver it to us in within fraction of time. So that's the use of that's the advantage of using your generative models in your content creation as well. it also depends on your Wi-Fi internet connectivity speed as well. And the most advantage of this one is you can download it in whatever format you want. You can download it in OBJ format. You can download it in any 3D formats, whatever is suitable for you, whatever you are familiar with. So it can also get integrated with any of the models that you wanted it, no? Like Unity or game engines. Everything can be used with this. So the generation is completed. So we will be getting our model here. Okay, the car is here already. So this car, okay, since I haven't bought this yet, so this one is a 3D model. Usually we used to give a 2D model, right? So this is a 3D model. I can go 360-degree with this and see what are the features of the car. I can go closer, I can go far away. I can even see the tire sizes. Everything can be easily seen. Okay. And also if I want to modify, I can change the text here and I can also change it to whatever changes that I need to add on to it. Okay. So this is Gen AI working in process. It did not take me 20 minutes to design it. It just took me less than 2 minutes to get this type of output. And this is around, I think it's around 2K clarity of output for this, even though I requested but for 4K resolution in the prompt. The reason is because I haven't purchased it yet. This one is paid one. So I'll show you the free ones in the next upcoming slides. Okay, so that one was the first one, which is your 3D Studio. The second one, okay, any AI tool, whenever you wanted it, any AI tool, right? So if you want to search for any AI tool, if you have forgotten what is the name of it, whatever it is, you can directly go for this website, which is called as huggingface.com. So huggingface.com is a repository for your whole AI tools. So you just go to huggingface.com. It will give you the plenty of repositories for any AI apps that you want. Even the ones which is not launched, you can get those things directly from here. So that is the best advantage of using your Hugging Face. I think my internet is quite low here. Okay, so this one is 3D model wrapping. So I can drop my image here actually, and I can see it in my 3D model. Maybe I have downloaded some 2D models. Okay, this is a 2D model. Okay, because as you can see, it doesn't have anything. This is a 2D model. I'll just drag this one and drop it here. And I ask it to run. So it will design my 3D model towards this side. So once my 3D model is ready, I can zoom inside. I can see, but this model doesn't give me a much better clarity of it. So I can see, even though my crabs are with different colors, here the coloring is missing. Maybe because I did not add the background. Maybe I will try to add this crab and see what happens. Sorry, this lobster. Okay, this is a 2D picture that I'm giving it right now, and I'm asking it to move it or to convert it to a 3D model. So this one just removed its background, and now if I run it, the 3D model will be ready here. So this 3D model is quite convincing. At least it has some color, it has something. The texture is still the same, and all these things. Though this one, how much time did it take to design my 3D model? Not even a minute, right? So that's your Gen AI. So this one is your stability.ai, stability AI. So that's the AI tool that is being used to design this 3D model from your 2D. Okay, the next model, and this one is free. You can use it, and most of the AI tools will be there available in your Hugging Face. So if you want to explore it, you can go for Hugging Face and you can get it out from there now. Not only for image to text, you can also get for image to text to image to 3D models, 3D models to much more clarity, much more clearer ones. Everything is available here itself for free. There is no limit for using it. No? Okay, this one is Froglio. So I just used this one. It was not working in the morning, but let me try now if it works. Okay, this is a plain 2D model, and here is what I got as a 2D. It's 3D model with its depth, and you can also see the clarity of it. The detailing and everything will be there. Even the belt detailing is there, and all these things are available. And I can also get these in OBJ GLB formats for free. I can just click on it and I can download it. It's not only for the existing models, you can just drop your own personal designs and you can also get its 3D designs within one click itself. Okay, so here are those examples. I think I saw one more for okay, this one will be for character generation. We used to use this Hyper 3D where your faces will be taken and they will design your 3D for your facial model. And this is quite interesting, and they will show you a much better and a clear view about your face, how exactly your face looks like in 3D. So we can either we can drop image. Maybe I'll drop my image. You just need to drop a 2D model, so it will give you the 3D design of it. So even if usually those who are using the 3D printers, right? So those who want to work with 3D printers, those are lecturing with 3D printers, they can use these things like Tinkercad can be used. You can also use, if you are going to create some avatar or things, you can use this one. This avatar creation, mainly this is for printing. Now, when once you get your 3D output as an OBJ file or any other file, you can give it for 3D printing. It can directly print it as a model for you. This was the landing page of Hugging Face. So Hugging Faces have the biggest AI community for anything that you want. You can convert text to image, image to text, whatever you name it, you get it from here. They have all the latest models, NVIDIA models, DeepSeek models, all the models are here available. They are using those type of models to run your inputs now. Okay, it depends on the internet speed as well. Okay, these are for your 2D images, all right, but most of them would like to have animated ones, right, especially in a video format or something like that. So the next example will be for a web for a video one. So if you have a video file, you just need to upload it, and it will automatically generate its 3D models, 3D movements for you, which you can also download it and use it in any of your platforms. Okay, so this is my face in 3D. So this is my face, original face. This is without it, and this is my 3D modeling design without the hair and stuff like that. So actually, this is a huge research going on with it. You can go for hyperhumandemos.com. You can see many examples uploaded here. You can see many of the users already trying out these models. The most famous one here was the kid one. Hyperhuman demos. Okay, it's chat avatar. If I go to there, you can see most of the. Okay, here are the people, those who are using it. So their avatars are here. So actually, the real face will also be there. So this is the real face that he has uploaded it, and these are his avatar images. No? You can try it out and see for yourself, and if you wanted, you can also get your 3D model of it as well. Okay, that's your chat avatar. Okay, the next one is the one which uses your video and it can convert it to a 3D model. Okay, since I'm using the cloud-based one, so this bit slower now. Okay, so here what we need to do is you just need to upload any video file. So once the video file is uploaded, you will get its 3D models in your video format itself, like kind of an animation. It'll be like here. So it's just loading it. The sample videos are getting loaded. So once it is loaded, I'll just add one and I'll show you now. Okay, I've added this video as the input. So this is the input video that I have added, and it will create its 3D animation within fraction of seconds. So there is one model already generated. So because of the internet connectivity, it is quite slow. Actually, for this model, you can zoom inside. You can see much closer view and see whether the floor after you can also see the shadow of the person. You can also adjust the light however you wanted it, and you can see the perfection in the 3D model as well as he lands exactly on the floor. He's not flying though. And also in this model, there are two different models running right now. Here you can see the person is a little bit flying on the air. So that's the problem with certain models now. So this is one of the issue with the model. Here, the model issue is not a problem. Here it's most probably landing on the floor. Here it's not landing on the floor yet. Okay. So it can be anything. It can be any spot of video, any movement you can add in. So it can easily convert it to its 3D model within fraction of seconds. All right, so it's getting more time there. No worries. Okay, so that's your repository is mainly your Hugging Face. You can go to huggingface.com.co and see what are the things that you need. Depending on your requirement, you can search, find out, and work on it. Work on the models and see. Okay, so for the image generation, there are plenty of models available. So here are the mostly widely used models used, which is the Prism model 2.0, or the previous version was Prism 1.5. The most widely used one was a Forge one. Forge is a model which is best for geometrical calculations and all. And the what to say, the Swift was quite older one, which is not currently used most of the cases. They are not using this model. So Prism is a model which is quite widely used. And also there are one more model which China launched it recently, which is within 1 or 2 days ago. Okay, I will show you the model as well. Okay, so here are the most widely used models. One is Meshi AI, the other one is Hunyuan. This Hunyuan is the latest one, which was launched 2 days ago, maybe 1 week ago by the Chinese. So Meshi AI and Hunyuan are the one of the most best used models. Now, the Hugging Faces and all these things are the free models. If you wanted to try, you can try those things and see to it. This is Hunyuan model, which is used nowadays recently because of its clarity, because of its perfection of the image. So this can also convert whatever image you upload, it can convert it into its 3D model and give it to you. So it takes 2 minutes exactly, sorry, more than 2 minutes to generate the 3D model for this. Right. By the time it takes place, we will go to the other model, which is the Meshi model. Meshi model is, we used to use it quite few years ago, and it is okay model. All right. So okayish model, not a best model. So here also you can just drop your images. You can also use it like chat one. You can also convert it like text to image conversion. All these things can be done. Basically, these models, maybe here also I'll try to drop the same image and see what it does. No? But I don't think so. I cannot run this one because I just have 20 credits created here. Let me see whether it task created successfully. Okay, something happening. Hunyuan model is more famous right now when compared to the other things. Let me see. Reload. Okay. It's getting generated here. Right. So this is the 3D model generated by Meshi AI. So here you can see the crab that I just uploaded. You can see actually this one is a 2D image. It doesn't have anything. You cannot see the bottom of it. You cannot see the back of it. But here you can see it already created the bottom of the crab and how it looks like, how are the textures. All these things are already available there. Okay, if I try to give the texture, it is asking me to upgrade it. maybe after 28, after a few tasks, it will get updated for me. So these models, right? So what it does is that if I ask the same crab to be done by a 3D expert to design it for me using the traditional model like CAD designing or using Tinkercad, which is the free one, when they try to do with that, it will take more than few hours to complete it. But here, I just uploaded a 2D image within few seconds, I can get it. But here you can see the error, right? There is no leg in between. There's only two legs this side. The middle leg is missing. So that's the advantage of using generative AI in your image conversion. So 2D to 3D image conversions. All right. So once the texturing is done, it must look much better. And also you can do multiple things with this. You can also enlarge this. You can also change the shapes, designs, and you can also take this one to the editing like CAD softwares, any other softwares, and also do some modifications to it. So which means that it it reduces your time. It clearly reduces the time of production. It can easily give you your assets in a much faster and a much easier way. Meaning that within one day, I can finish all my assets without any trouble. I can design everything within one day itself for the whole game. Okay, I think here the crab is also ready. Should be out anytime. Okay, so here is the crab. So this one is much more neat. So this was the 2D image as well. So here you can see the textures. Along with the texture, it has designed it for me. So you can see the coloring, you can see the features. Here the crab has all the legs. There is no leg gone. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can see much more clearer as well. I can see each and every teeth of it, much more better view as well. Okay, this is just an example that I have taken it, but you can do it for every model, whatever you have now. Even for human, even I tried it with my personal picture. It also delivered my 3D model as well. So which can be printed in a 3D machine and it can be used by you sort of. Okay, this model, right, the Hunyan model is quite famous right now and most of them started using it, and this is delivering it to the utmost best result than comparatively to any other softwares that is available in the market right now. This one is the recently released one. So this one is your texture without texture. You can also change its different radiations, colors, and see to it. Okay, so actually for this one, I had this to give it a prompt and see how things works. Maybe if so I'm just giving a prompt like yellow frog, big eyes, cute, cartoonish, stylish one. I just wanted it to create it like this. So it started creating. I will give the text input here as well. There you go. It's not the texture one, it's this Hunyan will take more time because it will generate something mm, which it tries to give you the best two minimum of 2K quality, and also it will make sure that all the geometrical textures, everything is perfectly designed so that you will feel it's a real kind of a professional designer has designed your 3D model. It's generating now. Let's wait. 69. Okay, it gave me a frog something like this. Okay, so this one was generated within a text and it is a 3D model as well. Okay, so this is the frog that it has generated with what just 3 lines of 3 text that I given. That's it. So I got this one as an output. Here, this guy is designing it. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. Fine. Okay, so it's so much easy because of the Gen AI. We can it is as we discussed in the first few slides. It creates its own models, it creates its own design and deliver it to us. It is not that it will just give whatever it has. It is actually creating it depending on our text, depending on the input given by the user, and it delivers it to us now. Okay, so the next one, by the time it gets designed, developed, we will go to the next slide. Okay, so currently the Gen AI toolkit for 3D, it uses multiple things. What are the technology? What are the techniques used behind the Gen AI toolkit? Encompasses with a range of models and technique designed to streamline 3D content and creation process of it. So it is like text to 3D. It uses nerf, and the Gaussian splatting technique is the technique that is used behind it. So this technique is like advanced neural radiation field and the Gaussian splatter, which enables the transformation of textual description into 3D models. Basically, it uses your deep learning method where it understands your text, it reads your text and takes your text as an input, and according to that input, what needs to be delivered will be decided. So it's a kind of a deep learning which is done in the background, and according to the deep learning's output, it gives you the result as a picture, as an image now. So the other thing, that images sketch to texture model, this AI converting image or sketch into detailed texture and model, it enhances the creative workflow and reduces the manual effort of doing it. So procedural generation versus your generative AI. Understanding the difference between the procedural generation and generative AI is essential for selecting the right approach for content creation. So whenever you are going to create a content, make sure that you know the difference between what will happen when you have a traditional approach, what will happen when you have a Gen AI's approach. So you need to know these two things, and you must also balance these two things properly. Okay, next comes a case study. Case study in the sense, it is nothing but where this Gen AI have been used currently for the immersive world development. So, the first link is about the AI text to text to video conversion tool. They have used it, and it is a LinkedIn post added by someone who was talking about the how would have they built the temple, the old age temple now. So it's a video kind of thing where the temples, how many people would have been involved into designing it, how do they must have done it, and all these things we cannot see it right now. We can just think about it. So when you give it as a text, when you give it as a text input, so depending on the input, it designs it for us and makes a video out of it. And from the video, we can easily visualize what has happened, what would have happened during those days now. Okay, this is the AI generated video content by text. Text input creating output as a video. And you can also see that the clarity, the light, the focus, whatever you want, it can be done only by a professional editor. A professional editor will take much more time to deliver this type of output. It doesn't mean that we cannot deliver it. We can deliver it as a human, but the time taken is much more higher when compared to the machines that are doing it. Okay, so that's the video about it. And also the immersive world, right? In VR, they are also still using it. So in VR, they have used it in your game engine, Unreal game engine. They have used it to design it. All these sculptures, whatever you see here, are not the, it may be a picture that would have been given and it has been generated through AI, and this is the outcome from the AI generated outcome. This one was the frog, right? I just copied and put it again. Maybe because of internet disconnection, it is not able to design it. Okay, so that one was the how AI has been used in designing and creating the kind of an environment that we saw just now. So that's the AI based environment for the game. No? So it creates an entire lost temple or a scientific factory environment from a single text prompt. You just give a prompt to it, it will design it and deliver it to you depending on your tip. So now if you focus on your time saved, it's quite a lot of time that you save, and it's pretty much easy and faster for you to deliver what is required by the industry. Okay, so the next case study is for your asset creation. So that is asset creation is just now we saw, right? Creating an 3D model for a crab, creating a 3D model for any other the frog that we are doing it right now. So asset creation is also much more easier with the help of your generative AI, Gen AI. So for example, here they have given a it mainly depends on the prompt that you give. So here, what we are trying to tell you is that be more precise, be more clear with your prompts. So when your prompts are given properly, your output will be much more better and much more easier to accept now. So here the prompt is very simple: a wooden table. Okay, a wooden table is what requested by the text prompt. So I'm just giving the same here. So let's see what we get as an output. Think this is still hanging. Okay, for a simple table, you can either give your own wooden table. That is, this prompt will also design a table for you, but it will give you a table which is very simple or very not so attractive. Maybe we'll just go to our. Just asking Gemini to do it. Also an AI, right? So if I ask an AI to sketch a normal wooden temple, table, so it just gives me a table something like this. So this is also a table, okay, acceptable. But your prompt, imagine that your prompt is much more clearer and much more better. A futuristic obsidian desk with glowing accent. So let's see what this gives. Right. It is taking more time for it. Let it design it. Okay. The point I'm trying to be more clear here is that it purely depends on the prompt that you use, because as a machine, as a device, it cannot understand much clearly whatever a human speaks. Okay, we cannot just go and talk to them like a friend. Yeah, give me a prompt like give me this, give me that, give me do this thing, do that thing. We cannot do that to a system. So you make sure that your prompts are much more clearer, much more precise, and what exactly you want now. So that is what we need to do in your prompt refinement process. The prompt engineering for spatial computing. I have also seen some of the uh, courses, right? Like which is mainly for prompt engineering is basically there. So it's all about prompting, how you prompt, whether you know to prompt it or not. So prompt engineering is pretty much more essential for you to understand it before you use your AI, So the spatial computing, the key principle is the context, because here we are talking mainly about generation of a video, generation of an environment. So it is mainly about your context, where scale, lighting, what type of lighting you want, whether the sun should glow this side, that side, the style, that is photorealistic or stylized, the constraints, what is the poly count, performance budget, all these things. The prompt is the new asset pipeline. So depending on your prompt, your assets can be easily designed and developed for you. So that's what it means here. It is still going on. Maybe I'll stop it. Okay, so when you're talking about the immersive world, it is an huge environment. It must be quite a lot of what to say. It should be quite big, and it cannot be a small room, and you just stay inside the room and do the task and ask the user to do the task. So that will not be suitable enough for a good virtual reality environment. So in order for us to make sure that the user are engaged, in order for us to make sure that the user are quite using it quite frequently, we need to make sure that everything should be dynamic. When we talk about dynamic, that's also where your AI comes into action. Without AI, we cannot make it dynamic. The challenges of the VR is scalability, that is, how to fill a massive world, open world VR game or a large scale enterprise training environment with unique, non repetitive contents. For example, let's take mainly the VR is used for any training purposes, like wherever the training is dangerous, before the user goes for the dangerous training, they will be placed to use this VR, train first. Once they are experienced well, then they will be allowed to take the real time environment. So some of the examples like your flight simulators are there, and also for power cabling, any person who is working on the power cabling, wiring and all these things, they will be allowed to use this VR first, so that there won't be any life threatening challenges faced when they directly go into the real time environment. So that's the reason why the VR scalability. When you imagine an environment where you are working on a electrical field, or any environment where it is quite hazardous to human if any error takes place, in that case, this VR should be designed. That VR should be designed in a way that it is quite bigger. It is not so smaller environment coverage, so it should be quite bigger as well, and also make sure that it won't bore the user, those who are using it. And that's your VR scalability. The next one, your dynamic storytelling and your non-player characters, which is the dialogue should be generative. It shouldn't be like you go there, stand there, and get the same output that we get for everyone. For example, if I do the work well, the system should reply back to me that you I have done it well. Maybe it should also add on to me that how I can improvise it much better, so that there won't be any errors or the mistakes in the near future. So that's how a system should be having a dialogue with the player or with the user who's using it. So that generative dialogues will be done with the help of your LLMs to create unique content aware conversations with us. So if you have a fixed dialogue, it is going to be a fixed kind of thing. It won't be dynamic, and it won't be helpful in improvising the training process that you are doing it. So that's why we are also moving towards AI integration with LLM and your NPCs into it. So generative personalities, which uses NPCs with dynamic behavior based on AI generated moods or goals. So depending on the mood of the user, the replies, the problems should also be generated in it. Okay, so that's what dynamic storytelling and non-player characteristics can be done with your dynamic world. Okay, so personalized and adaptive VR is also the most required and the most currently used ones, where the real-time user-specific adaptation is needed. So real-time user-specific adaptation, for example, is here you can see the user is simulating a flight. He's just trying to fly a flight with all the buttons, with whatever they uses in whatever they use in the flight, right? All the buttons, all the options will be there. So AI is here to not to help him in driving it faster or in an easier way. AI will make some difficulties according to his driving. Maybe it will try to give some difficulties, like maybe shut down the petrol flow, maybe shut down the power supply inside, and he will allow to check what how the pilot is trying to rectify these errors. When there is some major malfunction, how does the pilot try to rectify those malfunctions? That is also a kind of a training which can be adapted according to the pilot that they are driving the aeroplanes. Okay, so this is an adaptive one. It doesn't depend, it is not a proper guideline. If it is a guideline one, then it becomes easy for the pilot to overcome it, because once if he tries it, okay, he knows that okay, this needs to be done, then it's fine. But it is adaptive, it adjusts according to the pilot, so it will also trick you by not giving you the same problem. It will give you a new problem and monitors you how are you going to solve those issues. All these things are done only during the training period, not during the real time flight time. It is only when the user is using the VR for training very so many days or so many months before he takes his real flight. It's not during his real time flight timing. Okay, so personalized avatar space is also good for the users, where the users prompt their unique virtual identity or their home. Okay, the next is your automated level of scene variations, that is applying the Gen AI to create a texture material variants and layout shufflings. Just now we saw an example where the texture was applied, right, to the crab. To the crab just now, the crab was not wearing anything. Where did the crab go? Okay, the crab was without any texture. So since the crab is without any texture, we try to apply the texture. After applying the texture, we got something, a better output, something like this. Right. So this texture can also be modified. You can also do some changes to the texture. You can also upgrade or update these textures as well. Okay, so that those things are pretty much used or pretty much helpful only with the help of your uh, generative AI. Without generative AI, it is not possible. With normal AI, definitely it's not possible. Okay, so that's the thing. So layout shuffling is generating 100 unique warehouse floors to logistic training for one basic structural blueprint. So layout shuffling is nothing but you just create one environment and allow AI to generate 100 more or more than 100 different layouts with the same flooring but different tools and equipments around it. No? So that's your layout shuffling. So it shuffles automatically and make use of it. Okay, so that's about your VR virtual reality. The next comes your AR. I'm sure most of them are not so familiar with AR and VR coding and stuff like that, right? But it will be interesting to see it online and to if you are using it, it will be much more easier as well. So here are certain few apps which is for the ones those who do not want to go with coding with any codings for AR and VR. So these four are the most top widely used apps for XR generation. XR is nothing but we consider it as an extended reality platform that allows user to create AR, VR, and mixed reality experiences without writing any programming code. Okay, this is more important, right? Okay, without writing any programming code, you can easily generate your augmented reality, virtual reality stuffs that kind of an interaction. You can also interact with those objects, but 3D models need to be designed. After the 3D models are designed, you just when there is some functionalities that you need to do, those functionalities can be taken care by these apps. So none of them are free. All these apps are not free, but these apps are the ones which is widely used by most of the industries for their development purposes, no? For training and education purposes. So I'll show you how to insert an object. So this one is Shapes XR, which is mainly for designers for shaping anything. And XR is once again it has both virtual and augmented reality. Now, I'll show you an example in other things what we can do and how we can get things done with this. Okay, here is an example about exploring a human heart with your Plug XR. This one is Plug XR. So there is a traditional book which is put on the table. So you just need to hold your mobile app, which is your Plug XR app, above the image when there is something which a QR code will be there once it is scanned. So you will get the real heart, something like this, which will already a portion of the heart which is cut into pieces, and you can see how the heart pumps as well. So this one is your AR. This is not VR, this is augmented reality because this has the real world environment behind you. And the virtual object is your heart that is pumping, the 3D heart that is pumping here right now. Okay, so this is where mostly all these XR related things will be used for education purposes, for better understanding and for faster completion of the task now. So plug XR is what an example that we saw. Like this, they can do multiple things, not only the heart, not only for a book. It can also be thought, you can also be thought for anything that you cannot show it in real time. You can, there is one project which I'm currently working with the medical school right now, where um, I'll be training the uh, medical trainers, year one students and year two students, how to inject the how to inject the injection to take out the blood from the patient. So the hand will be designed. In the hand, they need to find out which vein they need to puncture, and whether they are puncturing the vein or not, that needs to be checked. After that, how deep can it go? How deep it should not go? All these measurement will be there in the virtual world, that is in the 3D model. So once they do it properly, they need to wait for the blood to come out. When the blood is reaching certain point, they need to take out the needle. All these things are calculated and measured as well. So that's how we are using it for. So the next one is your Eon XR. So this one is the spatial AI and virtual reality educator. So it's basically a virtual reality educator. As you can see towards your left side, this is useful for the kids to understand the planets, how they revolve around each other, what are the planets, what are the things they can actually, if you are using the app, you can actually touch it, you can move it according to your own wish and see how things work and how big it is, how small it is. All these things can be easily done. So then they don't have much more examples given specified here. Okay, here is an example of a model. So this one is purely no code. You need not code anything. It's the model will be available. You just need to drag, drop it, and you can actually break it out into pieces and study each and every components of it now. So there is an helicopter model where this is what I said. You can break it out into pieces and you can study about it, right? So that's what they did before, and how it flies, what is the flight time, all these things. Mainly anything which is related to education in order to train someone, in order to teach someone, they will be moving towards the AR or the VR model. So basically these are no code VR models where you can use it for education purposes. That is your Eon XR. The last one is your Synergy. Excuse. Okay. As you can see, train employees safer and faster. It is mainly used for safer training so that there won't be any loss. Actually, here they are working on a machine.
How a safer how training. They can now experience by decreasing
That's an example. So any machineries, anything that you think that it's expensive, you cannot allow a user to touch it. In that cases, you will be using this VR or the AR trainer to do it now. So that's why I'm also designing something for the doctors, the student doctors, those who are studying for medicine, to learn how to inject the injection and also how to remove it when the blood is already full. So all these models, whatever you see here, are the 3D models. Just now we saw how to design 3D models. All those models will be brought in here, and then there will be, this one is no code one, so you can do it without code. Just the functionalities needs to be specified. Then it will work as you expected it to deliver. Okay, so once everything is available, the most critical and the most important thing is about your ethical considerations. Okay, the first thing is about the emerging horizons. It has given a lot of ways, lot of ideas, lot of technologies, lot of things that is popping up each and every day. So generative VR is poised to become a dominant platform for content creation, offering unprecedented opportunities for innovation and creativity. But it also follows certain ethical issues which must be followed by the users, that is ourselves, when we are using it. Copyright, biases, and safety are the most important thing. As we embrace Gen AI, we must address ethical concerns related to copyright infringement, algorithm biases, and user safeties as well. Okay, I think there is one more question coming up to you guys. Okay, can AI solve all our problems? One, two, one, three. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 3. That's all I think so. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 4. Okay, let's see first who gave 6. Kokila, Anjum, Abdul Razak, Khan Qureshi, Kavita, Sai VR. Okay, all right. If we use proper model to solve the specific problems, then yes. Okay, C, Emma. Okay, Mamta. All right. Okay, all right. The correct one is no. The reason is because, okay, can AI solve all our problems? Definitely no. As we discussed from the first, even though you wanted to solve all the problems, can the AI solve poverty problem? Can AI solve the global warming problem? It cannot, right? So definitely AI cannot solve all of our problems. There are many problems, right? Each and every day there is new problem popping up. So AI cannot solve, and we cannot use specific models to solve those specific problems as well. Okay. All right. So the last question for today. What is the future? Okay. So 328. The future. So where is AI? What about AI? We were we were looking into AI for a very long time, right? Fine, Gen AI. Okay. All right. Closing the submission. And the right answer goes to D. No. B. No. C. Super super intelligence. Okay. Okay. The reason is AI is already there. Gen AI is what we are currently using it right now, and that is what we were discussing it for the past 3 days. And artificial general intelligence is nothing but Gen AI. Okay, so Gen AI uses AGI. Okay, this is a scientific term for your Gen AI, and super intelligence is the next one, which is gonna come soon, which is gonna take place within the upcoming years. Okay, our future is moving towards super intelligence, and the correct answer for that question is this question is super intelligence. All right. Okay. All right. So this is just an extra one. Which one? This is the new ones as well. They have come up with the photo to video conversion as well. You just need to upload few photos of yours, and you just ask it to just click on generate. Once you click on generate, it will automatically binds it up all the videos and creates your own video for you. But it is not for free. It's not for free. It is also no, Humo is free, but this Humo is available only in GitHub repository. So you need to install it through GitHub, and it takes much time. And the last one is your Higgs fields. This one is also quite recently launched one where it uses photos and it converts it to a video. No? So it can. This is also not free, but it is quite more futuristic. You can get videos from how with the best quality, the best outcome, you can easily get it. No, but this is not for free. That's the only problem with this. All right. So yeah, so that's my final slide, and thank you so much, doctor. So any
Sir?
question?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Participants, if you have any queries, you can post in the chat box. Feedback link is also posted in the chat box. You can fill the feedback form. Not able to see the. Once again, we'll post the feedback link in the chat box. Participants, wait. You can fill the feedback form. Participants, if you have any queries, you can post in the chat box.
Okay, thank you for the question. I can see one question. How AI can be combined with both AR and VR simultaneously? Okay, AR and VR are totally two different pathways now. So AR and VR cannot be combined together. That's first thing. So because for AR you need to have either the Ray-Ban glasses, the one which comes right now with Meta, the Meta glasses, or any other mobile phones. If you are using a mobile phone, then AR is possible to do. But for VR, you definitely need the head-mounted glasses like Oculus or the Poco. All these head glasses are quite needed for VR, virtual reality, in order for you to keep you in the fully virtual world. So actually, you cannot combine these two both directly itself. So there are no researches. I don't think so. There won't be any research, especially for this topic now.
No more questions, sir. I think you cleared all the questions clearly already.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, any more? We'll wait. Participants. Topic clearly. I think so, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall we wind up the session, sir?
Okay, ma'am. If it is okay for you, you can put it on. Yeah, I
Yes, I
think
think. No other questions, I think. No, sir. For me, it is not displaying. One more is there. Not
one more question.
actually a question. Appreciation message, sir, for you.
Okay. Okay,
It's a
ma'am.
great
Thank you so
opener
much.
to know there are various avenues to try to, and there were also limitations.
How can
The
AI
question.
powered semantic understanding be made instantaneous for a seamless AR experience? AI powered semantic understanding. Yeah, that's what the research is going on currently right now. For AI powered understanding is what we are currently working on right now in order how to add in the depending on the users what to say depending on the user's mode of accessibility. If it is a, for example, right now I'm working with the medical right now, right? Because of the taking out the blood from the patients. So in this one, we are trying to integrate AI to understand the doctors, how they are injecting the injection, how far they are going in, how can AI can work, help and support them in understanding it properly in a better way. So it is still under research. It is not it. There is no solid evidences right now. So we are still working on that aspect. Okay, these AI tools are free and safe to use. The ones which mostly all the AI tools which is free, right? It is free in the sense whatever you give as an input, those data might be saved by them. So it is not there is nowhere they would never say that it is safe. We don't use your data because anything which comes for free, we become the product. So we might be the product for them as well. So you should also be more, we should be more cautious about it as well. Even Gemini, all these things, whatever you use, it is still stores the data, right? Which software to be used for AR, VR in curriculum, and what should be the configuration of the system? Okay, for AR and VR, actually we can have for a curriculum and basis. I showed you in the slide, right? There is one thing. Eon XR, which can be easy for use. It is also no code one, so you can easily implement it. It is lightweight. It can be installed in any mobile app. The app is also available, but while working on it, you just need a minimum configuration system is fine for it. Because since I have worked with Eon XR, I can be more sure about it. But other tools, whatever I've shown here, are most widely used all over the world. But these types of tools are quite not heavyweight tools like Unity or anything. It's not so much heavyweight now. It's much more lighter. What are the tools needed for AR and VR? For AR, you need if you are if you want a more advanced and a more better version for AR, you can go for Meta Ray-Ban glasses. Or if you wanted to make it simple, you can use your mobile itself. Any latest version mobile will support AR. For VR, you definitely need the headset. You can go for Oculus, or you can go for Poco. Uh, yeah, you can go for any headset, anyone. But headset is also, yeah, you can go for any. For VR, it's a bit expensive. You need to go for a bit expensive product like Meta headset. If you want more information, yeah, definitely you can ping me up this is my email address. I'll be happy to support you. Any related ideas for AI related project with AI that you are working on? Yeah, I'm currently working on the medical one right now, and also I'll be working on other projects which is currently under discussion. So I cannot really, I cannot tell it out before it is getting approved. Right? Thank you, Dr. Abdul Razak.
Participants, any more further queries?
Thank you, Dr. Usha. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. I don't think so.
I think so. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for the
Yes,
wonderful
sir.
opportunity.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Geeta, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, organizing team, for bringing me
Yes,
back
sir.
to my own university as a student.
Yes,
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering all the questions so clearly. Thank you for delivering such an enlightening session for cognitive creation. Your depth of knowledge, clear explanation, and thought-provoking insights have enriched our understanding and added immense value to this FDP. Once again, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for all your proactive involvement and enthusiastic participation in the faculty development program. Thank you, participants. Feedback link will be posted in the chat box. It will be active another 15 minutes. Those who are not yet fill the feedback form immediately. Attendance will be calculated based on the feedback form only. We will be meet you tomorrow in our next 5 days FDP. Thank you.